right, trust the profits. It's the formula here. And yeah, we got another cap in the card going. Keeneland, Saturday, October 18th. We are at that point now where we've got, some smaller cards, don't have the big, huge races as we're gearing up for BC, but 10 races. Keeneland, always a good time. Always love the Keeneland October meet, except when we don't. But no, we do love it. We do love it. What happened last time? Oh, do want to point out, I have not removed the Cocktail Lounge banner there. I'm going to keep it rolling because I love that bankroll that we finished with last night. Yes, yes. We 11'd up our. Oh, I should have an 11 drop. What am I doing? Yeah, we multiplied it by 11. These go to 11. The bankroll at the lounge last night at Woodbine. Anyway, what happened last week? So Keeneland on the 11th, 10 races for my safe plays and had 5 wins across the board there for a total winnings of $30. That would be on a $20 spend. So 50% ROI. Not as good, not as good on the value plays. Had a bunch of them that got scratched, obviously, but was unable to really get going with the value plays. 4th place, 1/3 place. Not good, not good. Something to improve on for this week for sure. So let's get with the improvement, right? Start the week off, start the day off. Race 1, claiming race, 73K purse, 7 furlongs on dirt. I'm going to start with Play the Trumpet. And yes, this David Jacobson horse checks a lot of boxes for me here. 4 wins in the last 8 races, including winning the last 2 of 4. Sorry, winning the last 2 and 4 of the last 5. Got that? 4 of the last 5. Top formula speed figures, winners per race and at distance. Sits on the pace, but has a little bit of a charge down the stretch, right? So sits just a little bit off the pace, has enough to finish and improve upon his placement there. Could be a single. I really do like this horse, especially at 4-1. I'm really shocked that you get 4-1 on this horse. Cape Trafalgar also pace forward, but maybe the one setting the pace in this case. Recently claimed from Saffie Joseph Jr. and pulled out a 3rd place in a similar race. So at 10-1, we're thinking like an underneath play. Eric Foster has the horse now. Got that 3rd place after he claimed it from Saffie. 33% on the second start with the trainer in 6 tries. But still, good numbers to see. Eric Foster knows what he's doing when he's claiming horses. Next up, race 2, maiden special weight, 85K, 8.5 furlongs on dirt. Let's go with the 10 horse here at the top. 6-1, I'm calling my safe play here. Project Ace got off to a slow start first time out, but then had a huge charge to recover. Closing should work out well in a 6, going from 6 furlongs to 8.5 furlongs. So let's look at Project Ace. 6-1 is a value play, as a safe play, a valuable safe play. But then we'll look at Flat Rock Road, the 4 horse here, as our value play. I mean, you go 6-1 on a safe play, you got to go up even bigger on a value play here. A William Walden horse with Johnny Velasquez out of Street Sense. Started 2 lengths off the pace last time at 6.5 furlongs and faded, which seems like maybe not the greatest thing to upgrade a horse to 8.5 furlongs after that happened. Gained spots. He was start off in 5th place, but he did fall behind by 6 lengths at the end. Bumping up in class and at distance, but getting Johnny Velasquez in the breeding, right? Street Sense. Street Sense is a great sire for distance. So you got to think that one firster start here for Flat Rock Road may not be indicative of what this horse can do. And then looking for value, that may be one of the levers you pull. And in this case, I see enough indicators here that this horse can do better. Race 3, maiden special weight, 110K per 6 furlongs on dirt. Got a lot of maidens, as you do in the October meet. Grand Slam, the John Service horse with Irad Ortiz, McKinsey the sire here. Come awfully close last couple times out. You got to think the 3rd time's going to be the charm, hence the sub 2-1 morning line here. 2 races, 2 second place finishes, 2 lengths back, 1 time setting the pace, 1 time sitting 2 lengths off. Irad's 2nd time on the horse. This could be the one for Grand Slam. And if we're going to move around, look for some value, how about looking for a firster here? This is my favorite of the firsters, Signed with Love, the 11 horse. Keneally and Saez 24% on the year with a plus $1.33 ROI. Keneally's 14% on maiden special debuts, which isn't super high, but it's the highest of the group. Looks like the best of the group in the last workout. 60-second 5 furlong. So there you go. I think again we're looking for value here. So 15-1, it feels like this horse should be bet a little bit heavier. Uncle Mo, Luis Saez, signed with love. Now let's take a look at an allowance race. 120K purse, 8.5 furlongs on dirt. Necessity at 5-2. Irad Ortiz, Norm Cassian, Constitution. Pulled out the win at 9 furlongs last time in Irad's first mount. Before that was running G2, G3. She should have a nice rebound here. I think Necessity is a really strong play here. I get the 5-2. Now, if we're going to look for some value here, Leperoux and McPeak, St. Nancy's. Got her work cut out for her. Coming off a maiden special weight in her first race. So a first-er win. But again, I like the way she won that race, right? She was stuck in the pace early on. I was able to close out. If she is able to run a similar race this time, if she's able to get on the pace, it's a good distance for her. We've seen her do it before, just in the maiden level. But yeah, let's see what happens. If she hits the pace like she did last time, she could end up in the money. 12-1. That's what you're looking for. No balls. No balls. BC Turf Sprint champion. Yes, that's right. 2023 No Balls won the BC Turf Sprint. Consistently been in the money. In 5 races, only missed once, and that was Kentucky Downs. Now we got a change in jockey here to Jareth Loveberry, but that should be fine. Loveberry and Ravelli are 24% in the past 365 days. So there you have it. 3-1 Nobles. A horse that's running some huge races and is coming down to an allowance race here. 5.5 furlongs on turf, 150K. Almost seems like a stakes race, but but it's an allowance race. Now, Determined Kingdom in the money. 4 of his last 4 at mostly lower level tracks, but there's one Saratoga squeezed in there for a close third place finish. Getting an upgrade in jockey as well to Saez. So I think those other tracks, maybe the one time at Saratoga, probably why the source is getting 8-1. Colonial, I think, was one of the tracks in there as well. But yeah, Determined Kingdom, I like this horse at 5.5 furlongs on the turf here. All right, now we get to G3, 350K Perryville Stakes, 7 furlongs here. Got a bunch of horses that have really gone much greater distances, horses that were on the Derby Trail last year. Don't see him on here, but Barnes is part of this mix. Owen Almighty was 5th place in the Derby, right? We watched this horse blast off 9 furlong races, and a lot of people question, hey, is that distance right for this horse? And repeatedly, the horse answered. I think the Bluegrass was maybe the one time where it didn't, but then a lot of people were surprised. Second call, this horse was in first place, and everyone's thinking, well, it's going to fade back to 17th or something. But no, he maintained, grabbed 5th place. It was a very impressive showing from Owen Almighty. Last time out, not so great. But I'm thinking there's a return to form here for Owen Almighty. There's going to be some heavy speed at the front here. And I think Barnes might get burned out again. 7 furlongs. Barnes has been up and down for me. I feel like Barnes has been up and down in general. Gaming, though, will be on the lead, as will Barnes. But I think Gaming is going to be better at maintaining here. Like I said, Barnes feels a little bit more wild card to me, especially lately. Velasquez rode Gaming twice. Both were in the money finishes, including G2 Pat Day Mile. Always liked this horse in terms of Bafford's barn of 2-year-olds last year. So I'm thinking Gaming here is going to be a solid 8-1 value play. You're not getting value out of Barnes, which is why Barnes isn't on this page, and I like Owen Almighty a little bit better here. So that's why you got Owen Almighty and Gaming. Race 7, maiden special weight, 110K, 6 furlongs on dirt. And I'm going to start with Solemn Vow here, the 8 horse. Albert Stahl, Tyler Gaffalione, Constitution. One of 2 horses with a racing record, and the other one was 13 horse, an AE. So I'm going to go with the horse that has experience. Set the pace last time out at 120K maiden special, dropping down slightly to 110K. This was at Churchill Downs, lost by 2 lengths there. Not so bad, not so bad. Workouts have been good, so the conditioning should improve, which is something you look for, right? In a horse that faded last time, especially when they've been setting the pace at the maiden levels. So there you go. I like the chances. I think a second time out, Solemn Vow should come out a little bit stronger. Constitution, no problem with six furlongs. Hot Gossip, not a major value play here, but if I'm looking for a firster, I'm going to give you Hot Gossip, right? Curlin, Irad, Brad Cox, Irad and Brad together 24%. Cox, in terms of dropping in debut, maiden special weight, 24%. I mean, this is a horse that just sticks out to you. I could grab some other horse that's a little bit lower, obviously, but this is the one where all the indicators I would look for are just sort of shooting out for Hot Gossip. So even if it's 9-2, even if I think it's going to take more money, Hot Gossip, I'm going to say is my value play for now. Apologies. All right, now we're in allowance. 140K, 8.5 furlongs on turf. We're going to start with degree of risk. Tyler Gaffleone twice in 5 races. He had a second place by 2 lengths and then a first place by just under a length for degree of risk. Yeah, coming out of Cairo Prince, I think that's a solid favorite to be backing there. Now I'm going to slide over to the one Theismann. Can't spell Theismann without Heisman. Coming off 2 wins at Churchill Downs and Ellis Park, where he's stalking the pace or setting the pace early on. If you can get that position early in that one spot there, being a horse that could hold up and be part of the conversation. Louis Saez, I love them out there for Louis Saez. Saez and Gaffleon on turf. That's a good combo right there. And we got 2 races left. The Raven Run, a G2, 400K, 7 furlongs on dirt. Let's go with Ragtime. You get the notorious combo here, the 2025 killer combo of Mott and Junior. 3 wins and a second place by a neck in 4 races, mainly at Saratoga for Ragtime. I mean, this is a horse that sticks out 3-1. Last time out was first by 2+ lengths at the G3 Dogwood. Now, Usha, Bob Baffert Chipper is also in this race, was with Baffert before, claimed by, I think, Trombetta, and then back to Baffert. Baffert's had 2 wins with this horse since then. That would be the big challenge here. Obviously, I wanted to make Usha my second horse, but I don't think I'd call Usha a value play here. That will be the big duel is Ragtime and Usha. But if I'm going to give you a value play, I'm going to go Simply Joking. Let's take a look at that last race. The Kentucky Oaks finished last place. Let's put a line through that for now. Had a long layoff after that. Was close second place in the Fantasy Stakes at G2. So the horse has been in these level of races before. Obviously, the Oaks is a G1. Bad finish in it. But again, let's put a line through that for now. Since been claimed by McCarthy, gets Lanfranco Dettori on a long layoff here. So Simply Joking, I think at 8-1, you're going to see some sensational value there. And let's start closing this out with a maiden special weight 110K 8 furlong turf race. I am going to go firster here. I wasn't thrilled with many of the horses that have had racing experience before, not as much as I had with a pair of firsters here. Plus on turf, I like Jose and Tyler. I think that's a great combo. Tyler with Safi is a great combo. But let's start Patron Silver. Firster, Jose McPeak, 53% in 15 starts. Yeah, small sample size. It's bound to come down, but again, I feel pretty good about that. The horse has really good workouts. Yeah, and I mentioned before, I don't really like any of the horses here. Beyond the firsters, Jose's great on turf. So there's Patron Silver at 4-1, starting on the inside, and right to the next of Patron Silver's Treasured Times. Another firster, this time putting up Gaffleon and Joseph, which are a 29% combo. Safi's 20% with debut maiden specials. So at 8-1, I feel like you're getting some solid value there. Essential Quality being the sire on that horse. So, guys, there you have it. Let me back out of that. Back out of this. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Hope you guys joined in last night for the that Woodbine series that we had, the Woodbine Cocktail Lounge, one of our biggest ones this year, one of our biggest ones to date. I think we probably had one that went over 2,000 in terms of earnings once, but going over 1,000 is probably a pretty big deal as well. Anyway, hope you guys have a great weekend. Gamble responsibly and have a great one.